The year 1832 saw President Andrew Jackson and the Democratic Party launch a decisive and controversial assault on the nation's financial structure, centered on the Second Bank of the United States. The bank's supporters in Congress, believing the issue would lead to Jackson's defeat, attempted to recharter the institution 4 years early. On July 10, 1832, Jackson responded with a scathing veto, asserting that the bank was an unconstitutional monopoly that unfairly favored a small, wealthy, and often foreign elite at the expense of the common man. This move was immediately denounced by critics as a tyrannical act of executive overreach, suggesting an unethical willingness to undermine the nation's financial stability to serve a political agenda. The veto became the primary issue of the 1832 presidential election, a contest marked by deeply personal and aggressive partisan politics. Jackson's populist, manipulative campaign successfully framed the election as a battle between the virtuous common people and a corrupt aristocracy. His victory that November, which gave him a decisive mandate, was widely seen as a triumph of mob rule over reasoned governance, validating his attack on the bank. Emboldened by his re-election, Jackson intensified his financial war, culminating in the unethical and economically destabilizing policy of removing federal funds from the bank and depositing them into state-chartered pet banks. This policy dismantled the national regulatory system and is widely seen as having directly fueled the speculative frenzy and rapid inflation that crashed the economy, resulting in the devastating Panic of 1837 shortly after he left office. Jackson's opponents, angered by his aggressive expansion of presidential power and his disregard for institutional checks, consolidated their resistance, branding him King Andrew I, and organizing themselves into the new Whig Party.